Good evening, everybody. Welcome, one and all, to the reveal for the Hoenn Region Tournament. I'm JP. I'm joined by Kolton, who is declaring this as the second best gen.
Fight me on it.
I won't argue the point. I personally love Hoenn just because I love water types, and Hoenn is very water heavy. So
some would say 7.8 out of 10. Too much water.
So, but I'm a peek into our relationship. Just basically, Kolton says stuff, and I just shake my head and ignore him half the time.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah, basically. So, anywho, so yeah, for tonight we're going to reveal the Hoenn tournament. I will be posting on the various platforms, Campfire, Facebook, and everywhere else. I'll be posting the I'll be posting the link for the voting. And yeah, so we'll start off by revealing the number one overall seeds, or the number one seeds for Hoenn. We've got, helps if I go to the next slide, doesn't it? We've got, oh hey, where'd Kolton go? We want Kolton, don't we?
Hi, I'm back.
Sorry.
JP just sent me to the backstage as all guys. And Brent says hi, JP. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Hi, Brent.
Literally, hi, JP.
Yes. Long time no see. Old trombone buddy of mine. So yes, the number one seeds for Hoenn. Number one overall for the first time. We do not have a pseudo legendary. We got Slacking coming in with, if I remember right, a whopping 660 base stat total.
Yep.
Yeah. Hoenn is unique in a couple ways. We got the overall number one seed is not a pseudo, and we got two pseudos. So, yeah. And then we got Metagross and Salamence are two pseudos, and then Milotic. So those are our number one overalls. Of them, I don't know. I feel like the one that's got the best chance to advance, to make it the farthest, just between the four, probably would be Metagross. But I don't know. What do you think, Kolton?
Yeah. It's pretty strongly leaning Metagross. Just because of typing, because of stat spreads and stuff. Salamence, it does have some coverage that it can use. Like, it does get like Earthquake, it does get some fire moves and whatnot. But don't sleep on Milotic either. And because Milotic is a nasty little freaking tank of a Pokemon. Setting up, especially when I got a hold of Scald, being able to burn with a stab type water move, it could surprise us. And Milotic is a very, very popular Pokemon on top of that.
Very true. So, I mean, it's literally the ugly duckling to the beautiful swan. So,
yeah. And the other fun thing is, like, when you go through and you look at their differing abilities. I mean, obviously Slacking is going to have a terrible time because of Truant. That's its downfall. That's why you can actually beat Norman in the gym challenge, because otherwise, I don't know how we would have beaten him when I was 12 when Ruby and Sapphire came out. That I just aged myself, guys. But with
It's
that,
okay. We know you're old.
but the other thing is Metagross has Clear Body, which means that stat effects don't affect, or stat changes can't affect it, so its stats can't be changed in a negative manner. Salamence has Intimidate, which has made it one of the biggest threats up until Fairy type was brought into the game. Milotic, like I said, was very tanky, but it also gets the hidden ability competitive, which raises its special attack 2 stages whenever any of its stats get lowered. So, like when you see, it'd be interesting to see like Milotic facing down a Salamence because the Intimidate procs off, but then Milotic gets the competitive boost, and all of a sudden it's getting double the special attack power to be able to hit even harder. But ultimately, with experience from the games and experience from other things, in single battles without mega evolutions or any other things being involved here, or even held items, I'm leaning towards Metagross.
Yeah. I've just got to say, yes, 2 of my Alpha Sapphire playthrough team members are sitting right here. I'm not going to lie. So.
You use slacking?
Heck no. I got my slack off. I evolved it, and I put that slacking in the freaking box.
It's a hard one. If you're not in double battles with it, where you're getting rid of the ability, using it in a single match is not good.
No. Yeah, no. Brandon got me a Bagon and a Beldum egg, so that I could have a Bagon and Beldum for my Omega or Alpha Sapphire playthrough. So, yes,
that was one of the big selling points with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, is that if you got it early enough, you got a shiny Beldum that had a different version of False Swipe, so it wasn't hurting itself. And so, yes, I used a shiny Beldum in my playthrough with a Torchic with its hidden ability speed boost and a Trico. My team was stacked.
So, alrighty. So moving on for Slacking's portion of the bracket, we've got Absol versus Breloom, Exploud and Lanoon. Pardon me. So I'm going to apologize to anyone watching now. I recently got put on some medication, which has been really aggravating my asthma. So if I'm coughing a lot more than normal, that's why. So
he just needs to change brands is all.
What?
Get off Camel, go to Marlboro. I love you, JP.
I'm gonna slap you next time I see you in person. You know it's right.
Anyway.
So yeah, Exploud got the number 4 seed in the bracket against Lanoon. Altaria versus Castform. That poor thing. So Castform is a unique situation. I'm going to mention this with Castform. So as everyone knows, with the Pokemon, with the previous tournaments, it has been the Pokemon with its optimal moveset, ability, so on and so forth. With Castform having its various forms, I'm putting in place that it would be in its optimal form. So with Altaria, words, I can use them. Holy crap.
You think in hell form?
Yes. Thank you.
Is that what you're trying to get to?
Yes. Altaria being a flying type, it would be in its snowy form, hail form.
Well, not just flying, but dragon too.
Yes.
So it's quad weak ties.
Mm-hmm. So that is something to consider when you're looking at the bracket. Is this isn't your normal gray little cloudy cast form. This is hail form cast form for Altaria. Whereas if it were going up against, say, a Torkoal, it would be raindrop cast form, so on and so forth. So yeah, just something to consider. Moving on, Walrein and Beautifly. That poor butterfly. Cacturn and Lunatone, Manectric and Banette, and then Sceptile and Dustox. So, anything here that stands out to you, Kolton, that any of the Mons you think are worth taking note of? Also, I'm in the comments. If anyone wants to share their predictions for who they think will win a portion of the bracket, who they think is going to win overall, feel free to post that in the comments. Would love to get some engagement. So yeah, I mean, feel free to share your thoughts as well.
I mean, well, obviously the standout in this bracket is going to be Sceptile. That's going to be the one that everybody's like, oh yeah. And then you kind of look through here and see what it could face. And there's some obvious standouts like Altaria, and where was the other one that it was just
Walrein.
Walrein. Thank you. Those two are probably going to outperform Sceptile, just because
Probably.
Well, it depends on how it goes.
Walrein.
Huh?
Walrein, probably. Ice.
Well, Altaria for sure would be able to take out Sceptile because there's nothing Sceptile can do aside from, well, I guess it gets dragon type attacks, but it doesn't get stab dragon type. Whereas Altaria can get some other, has flying, like it has flying type moves and has stab from that. Walrein is just a fun Pokemon. Like those three are the ones that are going to stand out, and I think. Yes, Glade, but there may be mega evolvable Pokemon, but they're not going to mega evolve.
Yeah, don't forget, Glade. No mega evolutions in these tournaments.
Yeah, no held items, no mega evolutions, nothing like that. But you know, the one I really liked, I haven't used these guys, Manectric and Banette. I really like both of these Pokemon. I've never used them in a playthrough, and I really want to use them in a playthrough. But it's just such an odd matchup of things here but you can just tell Altaria, Walrein, and Sceptile. Those are going to be the three that we're going to see at the end here from this part of the bracket.
Well, don't forget Slacking. So, I mean, because Slacking is sitting up there in the.
I will forget Slacking because Breloom is going to knock him out.
We're already going there.
Okay. Kolton on a pedestal because of this is Breloom has Spore, a 100% accurate sleep-inducing move. Frickin' Slacking better take that Breloom out in one hit. It can. Or Breloom can use Protect that first turn because the second turn it knows it can get Spore off for free. And then it just goes to town with Dynamic Punch. So keep that in mind when Breloom goes up against Slacking because Slacking's it's held back by its ability. If we said no abilities, Slacking all the way, man. Slacking's going to beat everybody. In all honesty, but that's me on a pedestal. Anyways, but those are the three standouts for me: is Walrein, Altaria, and Sceptile. And depending on how it goes, you know, any three of those, I'd be satisfied with them getting to the top. Winning overall, probably not, but getting very close.
Can anybody else see that Kolton has some past trauma with Slacking?
No, I just made sure I knew how to beat the damn thing. Okay. Going into Norman's gym unprepared is like going into Whitney unprepared.
I'm just messing with you.
I don't know what it is about Game Freak making these normal type Pokemon so ridiculous, especially like at midway or before midway in the game. But there's some normal types that are just like, what the heck am I fighting? I cannot beat this thing.
There, Kolton.
Miltank, man, it's trauma.
Yeah, no, I very much agree with you. Sceptile, Walrein, and Altaria definitely are, I would say, the favorites. I will say I love the fact that Slacking is the one Pokemon in the Hoenn region to get a bye, because it's just so fitting. The one Pokemon that doesn't have to have a battle the first round is the truant Pokemon. It's just like, I'm so good, I'm just going to be lazy this first round, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
And you want to know something sad about that? Is that Durant from Unova also has the truant ability. So you have this great big gorilla sloth thing, and then you have this little metal ant that have the same ability for some reason. It makes sense on Slacking. It doesn't make sense on Durant.
Oh man.
But the other thing I wanted to point out too was Sceptile. So Sceptile, if this was Gen 3 rules, Sceptile would be very dominating. Aside from it wouldn't have any dragon attacks really to lay into. I think it got Dragon Breath, if I'm not mistaken, in Gen 3. But since the physical special split from Gen 4 onwards, Sceptile really suffered. A lot of its moveset is physical based, and its physical attack stat is much lower than its special attack stat. It's about 20 points lower. And they really need to update that and change its stats, because they change stats on other Pokemon too. Because its freaking primary move is Leaf Blade. It's a physical grass attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a move it gets on level up. On you evolve into that, and I think into Grovyle, and you get it. But they didn't change its stats to reflect that.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see that portion of the bracket for sure. So moving on to the next section, to Metagross's quadrant.
You want to move us over so people can see the bottom?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Don't put me in the background again, please.
Don't tempt me.
Not the back rooms. We have.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm going to give us whiplash at some point. Alrighty, so we've got Metagross and Shedinja, Swalot and Sharpedo, Cradily and Shiz. I can never pronounce that.
Masquerain.
Thank you. The one from Surskit. I've never been able to. Yeah, I'm just saying, I've never been able to pronounce that dang Pokemon's name.
Just remember, it's Masquerain.
I'm still just going to say Surskit Evolution. Huntail and Mightyena, Flygon and Volbeat, Ludicolo and Solrock, Hariyama and Ninjask, and Aggron versus Mawile. So we've already talked about Metagross pretty heavily when we talked about the 1 seeds.
And it's against a Pokemon with 1 HP.
Yep.
All it has to do is use Toxic.
I was going to say, all it's got to do is blink.
I mean, Shedinja is... Gen 3 is such a fun thing because this is when abilities came out. So a lot of gimmicky things came out with it, right? Like Slacking is one of them. That's why it's so powerful, because of abilities. It's like, oh, we'll just throw this ability on. It can't move every other turn. Shedinja with its Wonder Guard, it's hilarious because of Wonder Guard, only super effective attacks can hit it if they do damage. Status effects can still hit it. Weather can still hit it. So all it has to do is have Sandstorm, or, well, not Hail anymore. It's not Hail, it's Snow now. But Sandstorm or Poison, and you'll win. It has 1 HP.
Mm-hmm. So I will say, I have gained a whole new respect for Cradily recently.
Oh yeah,
due to Pokemon Go. I for quite some time I just thought it was just meh. I mean, I thought it was kind of just a throwaway fossil Pokemon. I know it was one of the first fossils after the greatness of Lord Helix and Kabutops. So,
I like that you don't even say Amistar.
all hail Lord Helix.
Don't forget Bird Jesus, man.
True. Yes. Can't forget Aerodactyl.
No, it was Pidgeot.
Fight me.
It's not Aerodactyl.
We were talking about Fossil Stir.
I know. I was bringing up the Twitch plays. Anyways, continuing. Cradily. Good at Pokemon Go.
But I mean, I put my Cradily into my Ultra League team and Go, and holy freaking crap. That thing got me through so many fights that like I said, I gained a whole new level of respect for it. So, I mean, I think that it should get through Surskit's evolution. Shut up, Kolton.
I didn't say anything.
You probably wanted to. Anywho, it should win its matchup fairly easily. And then I don't know how far it's going to go, but I think it can do decently in this bracket.
Well, I mean, let's be fair here. It's going to fight Metagross.
Yes, once it goes up against Metagross.
I mean, I do see Sharpedo and Metagross. I'm saying this as if it's going to happen, but it's probably going to happen. Sharpedo's probably going to beat out Swalot.
Yeah.
But Metagross is just so nasty. Like, Sharpedo could win, but Metagross, it. And by the way, Glade, if you thought 3 in the last bracket, look how many are in this bracket for Mega Evolutions. But yeah, no, I think because Mightyena, it has Mightyena or Huntail going that it would go up against. I think it'll do well against either one of those.
Yep.
And then after that, you would have Flygon, which would probably beat it out.
Well, no, after that, it would be either Metagross or Sharpedo. So.
Oh, excuse me. No, I'm looking at it wrong. Sorry. I went down too far. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I think Cradily would make it up, at least until Metagross. It is a good Pokemon. Masquerain is not a good Pokemon. I'm sorry if anybody here likes Masquerain. It's just not that great. The best thing it has going for it is Intimidate, which does nothing for Cradily. Cradily doesn't care. It'll look at it and be like, cool, have some rocks.
Yeah, so, and then another interesting one here is Ludicolo and Solrock.
Why would that be interesting?
Because you've got the situation of they're countering each other with their dual types. Well, kind of.
What do you mean?
Well, sort of. Not completely. Solrock, because isn't Solrock... No, wait, never mind. Solrock's not fire. Solrock's not fire. Never mind.
Yeah, that's Solrock and Lunatone are rock psychic types.
Yeah, that was a blonde moment.
Even then, though, Ludicolo hard counters a lot of fire types, period.
Yeah, true. On the moment.
You're good. You're good. I mean, and the fun thing too is like the typing that they did in Gen 3 was pretty fantastic. We have a lot of fantastic typings for Pokemon. Like Ludicolo, Water Grass is a fantastic defensive type. You have I just blanked on its name.
Swampert.
Swampert, thank you. Swamp and Whiscash. Grass ground only having one weakness. And a variety of offensive capabilities, and then you got things like, and even Shedinja, Bug Ghost type was very interesting. But we do have a lot of bug flying types, like Ninjask, Beautifly, Masquerain. I think that's it, actually. But still, most of the bugs coming out, bug flying is kind of ridiculous.
It's bug meet rock meet squish.
Exactly. Yeah, none of the bugs really came out of this generation very good. They have a lot of forgettable ones.
Other than Armaldo.
Armaldo's fun, but
it's the only one that came out even remotely memorable.
Yeah. I still think Flagon should have been a Dragon Bug. That would have helped elevate it. It also deserves a Mega Evolution.
Agreed.
Shout out for Flagon. It's been robbed too many times.
Agreed.
But yeah, I think for at least for the bottom half of the bracket, it's going to be more interesting than what we've seen. Hariyama is most likely going to be meeting up against it there. Because, I mean, just look, it's Ninjask versus Hariyama. Hariyama gets the electric type coverage fairly easy, and it has rock type coverage. Ninjask has a lot of speed. It's not really going to be doing a lot towards it. But then you have Aggron and Mawile, which is an interesting one because Mawile has that Fairy Steel type, which is the best defensive typing you can have in the game. But it's going up against Aggron, and base Mawile isn't that great.
No.
Unfortunately. Aggron, and now it's weak to steel and ground. And Aggron with Heavy Slam and it being so freaking heavy, and with Earthquake, you're going to see Hariyama go up against one of those two, and it's still going to be able to knock one of them out fairly easily, in my opinion. And so we'll be seeing Flygon and Hariyama is what I'm guessing, which would be a very interesting matchup and could swing either way, in my opinion, when it comes to Hariyama and Flygon.
Yeah, I would agree. So
if I'm proven wrong, I'll be surprised on that one.
It kind of makes me sad to think about Aggron getting knocked off so early because I like Aggron. I like the big giant dinosaur, but
dude, Aggron's such a bomb Pokemon, and it can but the thing is because of the rock typing, right? And then Aggron is known as the wall, but it's Mega Aggron specifically. Mega Aggron can tank so many things. People are running it as a defensive wall in Pokemon Champions. And Sneasler, that came out of Legends Arceus, the Hisuian versions, the Hisuian Sneasel's evolution. It was in fighting type. It's an incredible attack. Somebody trained it, and it can take up to 4 close combats to knock out this Mega Aggron.
But it cannot wall fighting.
No, not with a quad weakness to it. And especially with Hariyama, it has such a high attack stat.
Yep.
And it's fun because I've been running a Hariyama on my replay through of XD, Pokemon XD. Faking out is hilarious because it takes about a quarter as long as the Mon doesn't resist it of the HP. So I got to make them flinch and they lose a quarter of their HP.
Jeez. Brutal.
But yeah, it's going to be more interesting on this side of the bracket, I think, because there's a lot of cool Pokemon on here.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of one-sidedness that we see, but personally, I would love Ludicolo to go all the way because
it's a sombrero.
I want Mirror B's theme song playing.
Everybody wants Ludicolo.
Now I got to play it. We got to listen to it.
No. I don't want to get copyright strikes.
You don't get a copyright strike on
I can get a copyright strike.
Well, fine. I will play it for you later.
Thank you, sir.
Because it's fantastic. Anyways, everybody go watch it now and get all the views on those videos for Mirror B's theme song.
But anywho, why do you think I don't have Pokemon music going in the background?
There's some you can use. You got to figure out which ones you got to use.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, no, a lot more fun on this side, I think.
Agreed.
A lot more diversity, a lot more fun.
So again, for those of you watching, feel free to post any sort of predictions you've got based on what you're seeing.
Argue with us.
Yes, we want feedback. So moving on to the next section.
That poor fish.
Yes, the poor heartfish. It's going to get burnt alive. I don't think this is what people talk about when they say that their heart feels warm. So
this one is a lot less fun when you look at it.
It's just kind of sad.
There's a lot of one-sidedness.
Yeah.
The funny one to me though is Blaziken and Sableye.
Uh-huh.
Sableye is just a fun little design, and once again, it was this generation was just so niche with some of the things it was doing. Sableye being a dark ghost in Gen 3, Gen 4, up until Gen 6 when we had fairy typing, no weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Was fantastic, you know. And Blaziken up against it has its fire type attack, so obviously it's going to knock Sableye out. Yeah. But the other funny thing with Sableye is this little dude has some terrible defensive stats. It has terrible speed as it is. They gave it an ability that makes it move last regardless of what it does. And then they gave it the move Quash, which makes whoever you target with it, if they get hit by it, they go last. But Sableye is going to go last, period.
Yeah.
It was so weird that they did that.
So now that you talked about Blaziken and Sableye, can I actually go over the?
Oh, sorry, I got excited about that.
I noticed. Yes, Sableye can be a pain. I mean, it's literally a frickin' gremlin. Like another person that the two of us know from work, Glade.
Anyways, go over the bracket.
Yes. So I'll go from bottom to top since we already started with Blaziken and Sableye. We've got Grumpig and Seviper for our 7-10 matchup. Glalie versus Kecleon. Gardevoir versus Illumise, which apparently is the proper pronunciation from what I've been told. It's supposed to be that French pronunciation.
I will continue saying Illumise.
My current shiny hunt in Pogo, Relicanth, because the only way I can get it is freaking trading. So I'm trying to find someone who has a shiny Relicanth. So if anybody from New Zealand happens to come across this video and you have a shiny Relicanth, that you can trade, let me know. I will trade you almost anything. I've got almost 11,000 Pokemon. Let me know.
Dude.
Shut up. No, you do not get my level 50 Hundo Rayquaza. Yeah, so Relicanth and Chimeco. Armaldo versus Medicham. Whiscash versus Camerupt. That poor Camel.
I love Camerupt so much.
And then Salamence versus Lovedisk. So
Camerupt just suffers from being in a gen of physical special split and having a physical and a special typing.
Yep. And in this case, it suffers from going up against a water ground type.
Yeah. Whiscash is actually very, very good when you look at it. It's not a terrible Pokemon. There's a reason why Wallace and Hoenn use it in the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games.
Yeah. So for me, there's not really any matches in this one that stand out.
Although I gotta say, Glalie and Kecleon is gonna be funny. So Glalie is one of the few Pokemon that has the same stat total for every stat.
Yep.
I think it's 70, if I'm not mistaken, in every stat or something.
Look.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then you got Kecleon with its color change ability, which whenever you hit it, in case you don't know, if you hit it with a move, it becomes that type. So it's just I don't see Kecleon winning because Kecleon's such a weird little dude. It is fairly bulky. In Legends Arceus, I remember trying to knock one out and it took a while. And then I finally got a shiny one. But like in that game, the alpha Kecleon is bigger than the character model. And I'm like, that is terrifying.
And it's 80, by the way.
It's 80 across the board. Oh, I wasn't too far.
Nope.
Glalie, though, I really like it. It's always been one of my favorite designs when it comes to the ice types. I really thought it was really cool. I thought it was weird that it doesn't have like dark or rock type attached with it. And then when it mega evolves, its freaking jaw just breaks open because it can't contain the ice energy inside of it anymore.
Yeah.
Like the Snorunt line is just altogether an awesome line, but Glalie is like one of my favorite ice types. I just wish it was better. I wish it was specialized.
Yeah.
But, you know, the obvious standouts are Salamence, Gardevoir, and Blaziken.
Yep.
In the top part of half of the bracket, I mean, obviously Salamence is going to be taking this thing. Like,
yeah, no question.
I hardly doubt anything is going to get. Yeah, there's nothing that can give it a problem. No. Like, I mean, yes, Whiscash, it doesn't have grass to use against it. But Whiscash's main thing, ground typing, is ineffective to it, and water type is resisted by it.
Yep.
So, you know, it's just going to run away with that. But then in the bottom half,
it's going to have to get through Gardevoir.
Yeah. Which, let's be real here,
Gardevoir will beat. I mean, I think Gardevoir will beat Blaziken personally.
It should. There's no reason it can't.
Psychic Fairy over a fighting type.
Yep, exactly. And well, the fairy type's resisted by the fire type, so it comes out neutral.
Okay, that's fair.
But still a psychic type.
Yes.
Right. It can speed boost, obviously, but it's just not a defensible Pokemon. It wasn't designed that way. It was designed to hit. And once again, this comes down to Gen 3 being that, because it's that last era of certain moves being special, certain moves being physical. You have a physical and a special type on Blaziken, being fire being the special and physical being the fighting type. and so its stats got changed, split up that way too. So it can go either way with them, but it's not so far one way or the other to where it can actually get the damage output it would need to take out Gardevoir.
Yeah. And then I am just... Okay, no, never mind.
What?
Nothing. I was just seeing if I remembered right, and I didn't, so...
No.
So I'm
Were you
glad...
going to spread false information?
I remembered something wrong, and so I'm glad I checked it before I said it. So I prevented from making myself look like an idiot again.
When did you make yourself look like an idiot?
Again, I'm going to say next time I see you, I'm going to slap you.
No, I'm actually asking genuinely.
I feel like there's a couple times I have today. So...
Because you can't say masquerade?
All I can say, I blame the medicine. It's only been a week I've been on it. I'm still adjusting.
Hey, when you have like 16 types, though, if it was a typing thing, like, I don't blame you. There's a lot of weird niche things that you don't.
So, jeez. But yeah, so I think this particular portion of the bracket's going to go to Gardevoir, personally.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there is a chance for Salamence to come out of this.
But it would.
But everybody's going to vote for Mommy Gardevoir.
Yep. I mean, let's just be real. So, moving on. So, for the final section of the bracket, yeah, I was getting there.
I was just reminding you before you did.
Time to give you some more whiplash. So, for the final section of the bracket, we've got Milotic versus Spinda, Crawdaunt versus Tropius, Claydol versus Plusle, Gorbis and Pelipper, Wailord and Minun, Shiftry and Swellow, Torkoal and Zangoose, and Swampert versus Delcatty.
No, Delcatty. You want to talk about a Pokemon that got like a major stick thrown at it was Delcatty.
Did it get a stick thrown at it so a dog would jump it?
It seems like it. I mean, it has one of the most annoying abilities, and then a stupid ability. So it has a charming ability. So if it gets hit by the opposing gender, it can charm them, which is annoying because charm sucks. And there's a reason why everybody avoids using charm, the charm condition in the game. But it also gets normalize, which makes all its non-normal type attacks normal. It gives it a boost, but it makes them normal. And it's going against Swampert, so like there's
there's no hope for it.
But Torkoal and Zangoose.
I mean, has anybody ever tried to give a cat a bath?
It's gonna run away. Yep. That's how it loses. It runs away.
Yep. Pretty much.
No, but Torkoal and Zangoose, I love both of these Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Zangoose is such a cool design. The shiny is sick as crap, man. Like, I love that it gets the blue where the red is, and that's pretty much the only change on it. Torkoal, though, has found a very special place in my heart. He is such a fun little guy. This thing can look at a Kyogre and take an Origin Pulse to the face and survive.
At least once.
At least once, yes. Without Focus Sash. Like, it's impressive that it can do that. Plus, it has like drought now. And I don't know if anybody's here when JP and I did a whole tournament league. I ran a Torkoal on my team, and that thing was so fun. I loved it so much. There's so many options nowadays that you can do a Torkoal to make it a huge threat. It has a big HP pool. It has a big defensive pool. It gets body press, which goes off its defense stats of its attack. It gets eruption, which goes off its HP total. Like, it's fantastic. I love Torkoal so much.
Yeah. So, hey, Kolton.
Huh.
You know what else can take an Origin Pulse from a Kyogre to the face and survive?
A Primal Groudon.
A Donphan.
It's not especially bulky. What are you talking about?
Wait. Damn it. Darn it. Son of a motherless. Screw you.
You're not my type, though. Sorry.
And I just made an idiot of myself.
But no, you didn't. You just forgot. So the Shiftry and Swellow, though, like, I don't see Shiftry coming out of that.
No.
But in Paldea, in Gen 9, in Scarlet and Violet, it gets a new ability called Wind Rider. So anytime it gets hit by, like, gust or hurricane or something like that, its speed increases. It doesn't negate it. And granted, Swellow's not going to be using those moves. It's going to be using, like, Brave Bird and Wing Attack and that kind of stuff. But Shiftry is one of those also that I've been surprised by because I've never really thought of it as a great Pokemon. Once again, playing XD, I decided I'm going to try to use this C-Dot you catch early in the game. And it's proven really good. Even into the mid-game.
If I remember right, when I played XD, if I remember right, I used C-Dot and I evolved it up to Shiftry.
It's surprisingly good. Yeah. It's one of those that, once again, it really suffered because in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, it suffers because it has a physical typing and a special typing. And the special typing being grass, the physical typing being dark. So its attack stats were split up that way. But nowadays, I don't remember if they rebalanced it or not. I think they did. But it's pretty good Pokemon overall, even with all the weaknesses it has. So I do think there is a case where Shiftry could come out on top on Swellow.
I agree. But it would be tough. Swellow definitely does have the edge on this.
Are we going to talk about it?
Yep, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the.
What would have made this bracket even better is if it was Delcatty and Melord.
Yep,
because they're breedable.
But yeah, we're going to talk. We're not going into that.
No, I'm not talking. No, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the size difference. Oh my gosh.
We're not going into that.
Hey, now I'm gonna smack you next time I see
you.
That poor Minun.
Yep.
I'm.
We got the giant whale blimp versus the itty bitty little battery.
Like it is
itty bitty little Pikachu.
Teeny tiny.
The thing that's Go ahead, Kolton.
Oh, well, I was waiting because you had something to say, and I wasn't sure where you were going.
Sorry.
Nope, you're good. Well, obviously, the size disparity is hilarious with Wailord and Minun. But also stats-wise, like, Minun doesn't stand a chance. This poor thing, it does not get anything useful to help it. Even being an electric type, having that advantage and having, I think, only 3 stab attacks in all actuality. Minun and Plusle, they're out of all the Pika clones that we've gotten, these ones are the worst.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
They were literally made solely to and this is another thing with Gen 3 of the niche things and demonstrating things. They were designed solely for the purpose of double battles with the plus and minus abilities to be able to boost each other up, show off helping hand, blah, blah, blah. They're supporting Pokemon. They're not going far in any way, shape, or form. I don't think anybody would say they would go far. Wailord is not the greatest. It has a huge HP stat, and then you tie that.
180?
Huh?
180?
It's ridiculous. It's
also 180 or 210, I think.
I don't think it's over 200. But what's really funny is that's reflected in the TCG as well. One of my favorite matches that I ever watched at TCG was back in the Plasma days when they had the Plasma set out. There was just a stall deck with Wailord EX. And the whole thing was just put your Wailord EX, hold one in your hand, and then when you needed to, play the other one down on your bench, scoop up that Wailord, put the other one up, and just rinse and repeat until your opponent decked out. Literally, people were clapping when one of these got knocked out. And it went to, I don't remember if it was an international event. I can't remember where exactly it was. I want to say it was World. But it got to the finals, and that was the final matchup. Was Wailord EX versus a very aggressive Seismitoad deck, and it was just fun to watch. Wailord, on top of that, has probably been the one that people point to the most as far as the new games and the new models for Pokemon go, as the one showing the argument that Game Freak needs to do better with their models. Because in Coliseum, that thing was its size, right?
Yep.
And then you get up to the 3D editions of the games. From the 3DS, it makes sense. You can't really do that. When you get on the Switch, they didn't do that. I remember my disappointment when in Sword and Shield, when you go to the Isle of Armor, you see the giant Wailord out in the ocean because there's one that spawns out there. And then you go and counter it, and you just fiddle dude.
Yep.
But anyways, that's my podium on Wailord. I think it's a fun Pokemon. Very weird.
It'll beat Minun.
It'll beat Minun.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going far after that, but it'll be Minun.
No, definitely not.
Water Spout, though, man, that's going to be nasty.
Pelipper and Gorbis, that one could be interesting. So
that one can go either way. The reason why I would give the edge to Pelipper is it has the rain dance ability. Like, I can't remember what it is, but it summons rain, and then Hurricane and Rain is always going to hit. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, Hurricane has a chance to confuse the target. Yeah. Gorbis is not very bulky. Pelipper doesn't hit hard, but considering it can always hit, they both benefit from water or from rain, but Pelipper can confuse and do a massive hit with Hurricane. I give it to Pelipper.
Yeah. Claydol and Plusle, yeah, the second again, one of the Pika clones.
This one's even worse.
Yeah, because there's no reason to even discuss it. Tropius and Crawdont. So Tropius, Tropius kind of has a special place in my heart. For some reason, Tropius is a freaking dinosaur. And I love dinosaurs, have since I was
a palm wings, man.
I know. It's a banana tree dinosaur.
It really needs something in Winds and Waves.
It's Littlefoot, but a banana tree.
But it's not little.
It's Littlefoot when he grows up.
You want to know something funny about it, though? It's shorter than Girafarig. Or Farigiraf, excuse me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, sir, don't do this to me.
Farigiraf is like, what, I think it was like 14 feet tall, and Tropius is like 8.
But what I was getting to,
Yeah.
I think Tropius has a good shot to make a run in this section of the bracket. Because this section is extremely water heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, even my Lodic is a pure water type.
Mm-hmm.
My Lodic's probably going to be its biggest competition because of my Lodic's pure stats. But if it can get past my Lodic, then I could very easily see Tropius winning this entire section of the bracket. Because after that, it really doesn't have any real competition that will likely advance.
I will say, if it does, though, it does have and
no, not Shift Tree. If Pelipper advances, if Pelipper finds a way to get through, Pelipper could give it some problems.
Yeah, if Pelipper wins out Gorbis, it's definitely winning out Claydol.
Yes.
So here's the hard part right here. Like, I agree with you. Tropius is a very cool Pokemon, right? I really like Crawdont. And I do see that there is an opportunity for Crawdont to come out too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's very bulky, actually.
It is.
It's surprising, and its attack is not anything to like laugh at. Like, it's pretty good overall. I don't think it taking over Tropius, but I could see it winning out, or not winning out, but like coming out on top of Tropius. But I will say that was one of the most annoying Pokemon Ash has ever owned was Corphish, so there's that.
Corphish. Oy, oy, oy.
But, and then you have Milotic and Spinda, like...
Yeah, I mean, that's not even a question.
It's another one of those things. Spinda is just another niche Pokemon from Gen 3 with its niche thing of not having the same pattern every time you encounter it. That's it. You have a 1 in like millionth of something chance to encounter the same pattern. And then you got, if you really want to challenge yourself and have a shiny hunt that will last you for eons, you can try to get the same pattern shiny Spinda. We're in the trillions when it comes to those odds. But no, Pelipper, I really do think could take that, depending on how things go. Even if Tropius comes out on top of Milotic, I think Pelipper would win out on Tropius.
Oh, yeah. If Pelipper gets through... If it's Pelipper and Tropius, I hate to say it, yeah, Pelipper would beat Tropius.
I don't hate to say it, because personally I think Pelipper is a freaking awesome Pokemon.
But I would say my favorites from this bracket, Milotic, Swampert, obviously your 1 and 2s. But if I had to pick a couple that aren't the favorites to come out, I would say either Tropius, probably either Tropius or Pelipper.
Yeah.
Would be my guesses to come out of this one if it wasn't going to be.
And that would dictate if Swampert moves through or not. Yeah. Because if Tropius beats out Pelipper, supposing it goes that way, Swampert is obviously
doesn't stand a chance.
I mean, it does. It gets ice moves.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it just depends, you know, because I don't see Pelipper being able to take down Swampert.
No.
And this is the first bracket I think we've seen that the starter lineup is actually a very solid starter lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the first generation where I remember that I'm like, I like all 3 starter lines. These are really cool starter lines. I'm like, Swampert looks kind of dopey. I don't like him as much. And then as I got older and I realized his typing and realized what that meant in the games, I'm like,
Just
oh,
how freaking good it is.
dude, it single-handedly can take you through pretty much the entirety of the Ruby Sapphire Emerald games. It is that freaking amazing. Like, it pairs up against every gym incredibly well.
Yep.
But honestly, out of this, I want my boy Torkoal going. I love Torkoal. And even in if you watch the anime for Pokemon Advanced and stuff, when Ash was using Torkoal, it was hilarious. Corphish annoyed me. Torkoal was hilarious to me. And I know people say the opposite all the time. Because Torkoal, like, it got hit and would cry. But I think I want, if my spicy take would be Torkoal taking this. Because it's the only thing, it's the only one that I would say would have a chance up against Metagross. You just don't like he lost to Torkoal.
What's that? Two slots below Torkoal?
I know. I said it's my spicy take, dude. Do you not have, out of all 4 of these brackets, do you not have a spicy take?
How on Arceus' Green Earth could Torkoal ever beat a Swampert?
With hopes and dreams. He's going to hope that Delcatty wins somehow. Hey.
Alrighty.
Like
on that note.
Like I said, that's my spicy take. You don't have one? You don't have one that you're like, hey, out of these 4 brackets, I would really like this one to go far because I just like this one.
Yeah, I mean, Tropius is my closest, but I also, Tropius legitimately could.
Well, in this particular bracket, yeah, I don't think going up against anything else from the other brackets.
No, and I'm not saying it could.
No, but I'm saying that if Torkoal got past Swampert, it could. Swampert is its biggest enemy here.
Anywho, on that note, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I will, as I mentioned, be posting the link for the actual voting on this first round once I get that finished up here in the next 24 or so hours. I do know it's going to be a busy 24 hours since I have my final project for school due this weekend. So I had enough time to get this done, but I'm going to be getting that wrapped up. So that's going to be taking up a little bit of time, as well as some things tomorrow. So I should have that posted by Sunday evening at some point, like I said, on Campfire, Facebook, and all the other platforms that I use. For some reason, my brain's drawing a blank at the moment.
YouTube?
Yeah, here on YouTube. So, but again, thank you for joining, and we'll hopefully have you join us for the following round reveals as we go through the Hoenn region. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Happy hunting.
Boy.